Everyone, and this is Dr. Kattagiri, retired professor from University of Agricultural Sciences, Dharwad, Karnataka State. I retired just 8 months back, and then I thought of owning my own farm, and then I started cultivating sugarcane because this is the area very much suitable for sugarcane, and moreover, most of this area is covered with sugarcane crop only, although there is a possibility of growing other crops. When I just thought of making the sugarcane cultivation here, I just surveyed the Andavur Taluk, different village and farmers. What I understood was the average yield of sugarcane in this area is about 30 to 40 tons per acre, and there are very few records more than 40 tons per acre. I found some reasons for this, and probably the most important reason is the variety cultivating are very old, and most of them are susceptible to rust. That's one thing. And second thing is, since it's a Malenad area receiving high rainfall, about 900 mm to 1000 mm rainfall annually, naturally the weeds are very heavy here. High density weeding all throughout the season is one of the reasons, because although farmers interested to eradicate weed and remove the weed, because of the continuous rainfall, even removing the weeds is also operationally it's very difficult. That's the second reason. And third reason most probably is the kind of weather that is prevailed here is not too much of supportive for high potential yield potentiality of sugarcane, like what is there in the dryland agriculture. Dryland agriculture means dry area where good irrigation facility is there, but the yield potentiality is about 100 tons, 80 to 100 tons. But that is the kind of yield potentiality is little difficult here because of the kind of weather prevailed. However, I just thought of talking to sugarcane scientists of US Dharwad, and I understood, I have learned that there is a new variety called SNK 13436. SNK 13436. It's very suitable for this kind of Malnad area where rainfall is above 700 mm. I just thought of planting it, and I brought seed material for about 3 acres, and then I planted in the month of December second week or so. Owning one bore well, about 2.5 to 3 inch. Somehow there was no any problem for planting the sugarcane, but only thing I suspect with this much of output, probably summer months may be difficult for irrigating this much, about 3 acres of land with this much of level of water. Then I thought, probably why can't you think of going for drip? Then I discussed with the premier drip irrigation company service personnel, and then they have surveyed, and they said it's absolutely no problem, and since it is coming under a small farmers group, and naturally there's a possibility of getting some government aid and assistance, and that's how drip irrigation was completely installed for this 4 acre land, and in that about 3 acres right now is quite useful, because the planted area is about 3 acres. And one thing I have realized, that if I would not have installed the drip, probably it would have been much difficulty for me, because I have been seeing the kind of crop in around my field, in the farmers' field, and they really face a very good problem, very problem they face of water shortage, and crop growth is very less. But when I started using drip, and probably I did not face any kind of problem. Sufficient water was available to the growing sugarcane, although the number of walls, because we arranged about 5 walls for covering 3 acres, and we used to, earlier when sufficient water was there, we used to have 2 to 3 walls at a time covering almost 1.5 acre, about 2 acres. But when we move in the month of April and also in the month of May, probably that was not possible. We were able to give the irrigation with only one valve area, that is about little less than the 1 acre. That's how, for continuously in a week, at least once in a week, the half acre or more than half acre used to get sufficient water with this drip irrigation facility, and that's how the crop is wonderful. Now almost it is a 5 months old crop. You can see about 4 to 6 sets, 4 to 6 nodes of sufficient grown sugarcane. You can see. That's how the crop is very good. And second advantage what I found with the drip irrigation is providing complete fertilizers through drip fertigation. That's how it helped to provide sufficient optimum quantity of fertilizer to particularly at root zone without involving much force of labor. It saved expenditure towards labor as well, because the application of fertilizer consumes a good amount of labor. That's one thing. And second thing is, of course, it's the third thing, that is the even weeds. We did not get weeds. Of course, it's a summer month, and if you put irrigation with a normal routine way of irrigation, if we do, we used to get farmers used to get good amount of weeds as well. So they used to engage a lot of laborers and they go for repeated intercultivation. That's how this kind of problem was also not there. Of course, we have done a good amount of intercultivation just to earthing up, very good earthing up. That's how the crop is very good. So to sum up, the drip irrigation is best because it can save the water with a limited water, very good area, somewhat sufficient area can be covered, and good crop can be grown with a fertigation process and less weed management, less weed problem. So with all this, and probably very good crop can be harvested with drip irrigation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.